time represents the value of time independent of the time zone. In this offering, we are going to look into the time functions available in BigQuery. To get the current time, we have the current time function in BigQuery. So this gets the current time in UTC time zone. Optionally, we can also pass time zone value as an argument to the current time function. So I am passing here Asia Calcutta, and it would return the current time in Asia Calcutta, which is 9:21 a.m. We can also construct a time object using the Passtime function. The Passtime function accepts two arguments. One is the format string. So here I am passing a format string %i, %m, %s, and %p. And I can pass a string here, says 07, 30, 40, 00 p.m. So this would construct a time object for me using the given string. For printing the time, we have the function format time. The format time is accepts an argument of the format string and a time object. So the time object we can pass, say, current time here. So this would convert the current time into a string for the given format. We can use the time function to construct the time. The time function has various formats. So one of the formats, it accepts three arguments, which is the hours, minutes, and seconds, and it would return a time object corresponding to the given time. We can also pass a timestamp into the time object. So here I am constructing a time object. So for the time object timestamp, we need to pass the timestamp, and this would also create the time object. Additionally, we also can pass the time zone as a second argument, which would return the time in the given time zone. So 9:30 in UTC is equivalent to 3 p.m. in Asia Calcutta. The time function also accepts a date time as an argument. So when you're using date time, we cannot give the time zone. So this would again bring 9:30. The extract function is used to extract certain parts of the time object. For example, you can extract hour from the time object, which would bring 9. We can also extract a millisecond from the time object. So in this case, the millisecond would come as 0. In order to really check the millisecond, let us construct this time from a timestamp. For a timestamp, we can also pass the milliseconds in the argument. So this should bring 950 out. Now let us look at some of the functions for manipulating time. For example, we have the time add function. The time add function is to add something to the given time. So you can either pass an hour or a minute or a second. So for example, if I am passing 1 hour here, this would make the time as 10:30. Or I can even pass a 50 millisecond as an interval. This would make 950 milliseconds into 1 second. Similar to add, we have the subtract function, which can be used to subtract certain value from the given time. So here I am subtracting 1 hour from the time, so I am getting 8:30. The time diff is used to compute difference between two given time values, and you can also pass the third argument to the time diff, which is the interval in which you want to find the diff. So for example, I have this time and I also pass one more time here, and I want to find out the diff in hours. So in this case, it should be 0 because both the times are same. Now let me change this to say 7:30 and I should get the diff as 2. I can also make it as say second, which would give me the result in seconds. The time trunc function is used to truncate the time at a given granularity, which we pass it in the second argument. Say in this case, say let us pass hour as the argument. This would bring 9 o'clock as the output. Or if I pass minute as the argument, this would make it 9:30, and the milliseconds and the seconds will get truncated to 0.